Peter Helmus. I slap on a bass, man.
I'm Bryce Pulaski. I play guitar.
Joe Reinhardt. I play the guitar.
Nick Taza, I play the drums.
We're Algernon Cadwallader, and you're watching TMS Live.
Hello, everybody. My name is Raydio. I am here at Cream Club here in Shanghai, China, and we are joined by the amazing
Algernon Cadwallader.
Algernon Cadwallader.
Yeah.
Cadwallader?
Am I answering the question?
Yeah, you are.
Yes, Nick said it correctly. Can verify.
Is this your first time touring China as a band?
Yes.
Yes.
How do you like it so far? Like, what's been any highlights?
It's been really amazing. We've been taking the train, the high-speed train everywhere. It's very high speed and efficient. A lot of people. And we're getting really good at cutting in lines like they are. So, we're just like elbowing our way in.
Yeah. When in doubt, elbows out. You know?
Yeah. The food's been great. I don't know. We're just having fun. Love to be here.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think it's rare for us, rarer these days, to go somewhere new. And this is, I don't know, one of the newest places you can possibly go, I think, for us. So it's just an exciting adventure for sure.
Not new in how long it's been around.
I Jing Tian Hun Pia Liang.
Drop.
That's all the
Where's the
Mandarin
beer?
I know.
Drop the beer.
Yeah, it's been pretty awesome. I never thought my entire life I'd be in China, or even to Japan or any of the other places we went. So, feeling very grateful and fortunate.
We know that you guys, y'all been kind of on a hiatus for many years, and kind of start like kind of a reunion. A reunion tour started there. We also know that this started from a friend named Curtis, whose 40th birthday. His request was to see you guys play again. So I want to know, after everything, he's kind of unleashed this monster back onto the world. How does he feel about it now? Now there's a new album, world tour.
First of all, shout out best accountant ever, punk rock accountant, Curtis Grimstead Accounting. He's a homie. He got it going again. He jumped up on stage at Fest. He wanted us to play Fest. He played cowbell or tambourine. I can't remember.
I don't know why.
It was his birthday. He played tambourine. It was his 40th birthday.
Yeah, he's just someone we've known for a long time, and just through the DIY punk community, he's a great guy.
For the record, we turned down requests to reunite for 10 years, every request, until Curtis asked and told us it was his birthday. And we said, well, God damn it. We have to say yes.
Nobody had asked about a birthday previously.
No.
Oh, they just had to add that little cassette.
Just ask for a birthday. We'll give you anything you want.
We're really big on birthdays.
Big birthday band. Yeah. Big birthday band.
When's my birthday, Nick?
July.
Yes.
Next question.
It's like 16th, July 16th.
It's got a 6 in it. That's cool.
Okay.
July 6th.
Yeah.
Is it?
Ah.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Mine's July 3rd, actually.
Hey. Yeah. Two handsome guys doing birthday stuff.
With your latest album that you guys have put together, Try Not to Have a Thought, right? The album seems a little bit about balancing your personal life and also kind of talking about the kind of the issues of the world around us, the community. And I want to know, what do you guys do on your personal time to kind of clear your mind of thoughts?
Yeah, sure. I'll start that. What do we do to clear our thoughts? I mean, first of all, yeah, I do think that's an important thing. It's important to be aware and be engaged in your day-to-day world and with your fellow humans, all that stuff. But yeah, if you were doing that full time, I think you would just kind of shrivel up and die, because it's a dark, dark world these days. But yeah, I don't know. There's lots of ways to clear the mind. I'm really big into nature, so going out into nature for extended periods of time, clearing the head that way. That's kind of my go-to. I moved to the Pacific Northwest and to Portland, Oregon, like 6 years ago, and I spend almost as much time outdoors as indoors, and I feel like I've felt a lot of relief from that time.
You also did a couple years of like van life, right? Is that true?
That's true. That was an accident.
Oh, no.
But it was cool because I don't think I would have chose to do that. But yeah, I spent like almost 2 years in a van over the pandemic, just kind of bopping around. It was the time to do it. Just kind of had to I think it was a time when you just had to do whatever you could to survive literally and to survive like mentally and all that stuff. So, but yeah. Nick?
Cool. I like spending time with my dogs and my chickens, and I have a cat who's 15. Shout out Mies. I like to smoke a lot of weed. That's kind of my thing. Also live in the Pacific Northwest with Pete. I spend a lot of time outside, just going for walks and enjoying, what's out there.
Echoing what they said, I'll do like long bike rides. Just you can be outside of the city like very quickly if you're on a bike. I like that a lot. Surfing, anything to just sort of get the blood flowing and have some time to yourself.
Yeah, I think making music is a good way for me to clear my head. It kind of distracts me. Just sitting behind. I'm new to a DAW, so I'm trying to learn and get better at that. But yeah, I also have a cat. She's 11 or 12. Hang out with her a lot. There's a park across the street from my house. I walk there almost every day.
So you guys have been playing together, more than 20 years, basically. Whenever it was coming back to kind of like reuniting and starting to create new music, did the process change from how it was, 10 years ago, or did everything just kind of fall right into place?
Doesn't feel like it changed a ton from what I remember. Like when us in a room holding the instruments we play in this band sort of just makes the sound that you hear on the record. Like if we did it right now, just sort of randomly and try to come up with something new, it would sound something adjacent to that. We might go into a ska part or a Rage Against the Machine part just for fun, but it's gonna come back to what you've been hearing.
And Joe, you spent a few years actually producing music. Does that also change the way you think about music when you're actually playing it?
Not at all.
Okay.
I try to totally tune that out.
Okay.
That would be too much to think about. Yeah.
We also played, we did Algernon, and then we did other projects in between. And so we've all in some way been making music with each other, even outside of the band, playing on projects, or, I think we've just all been friends for so long. We're just always involved with each other in some way. So.
Yeah, I would say it only changed choto, as the Japanese would say. I'm not sure how to say small in Mandarin yet, but
Shao.
Shao. Yeah.
Yin. You can say yin.
So it changed, Shao.
A little.
I think this time around doing Algernon, we were kind of spread up across the country. And so one thing that definitely changed was, when we did get together, it was kind of like all business, like, oh, we're here to make music. So we just kind of like confined ourselves in that kind of headspace. Took lots of time to relax and stuff during those times, but basically wrote a new record in kind of like 2 week-long sessions, just like locked ourselves together in a room, and beyond that, just like let it come out naturally.
Which is something we've never done before. Like we would always have band practice and be like, oh, we're going to start writing this song. And then we would kind of flesh it out over 4 or 5 more band practices over, 2 months. But
in this way, you have the luxury of being close to each other. Now you don't actually have that.
So when we get together, we try to like maximize the time that we have. Because, as you get older, it gets harder to do things and see each other. I don't know. Okay, that's it.
No worries.
That's all. That's it.
On this tour, you guys have been using a lot of like local openers as you travel around. What's the process of actually choosing the bands that open for you, and who are some of the bands that like you've heard recently that you're like really excited about? Just to name a few, I saw Bennu is a Heron, Chinese football, Exhibit A, Well Said, just in the last like couple of weeks. So, is there any band you're really excited about, or and also what's the process of choosing?
I mean, Bennu the Heron was awesome. That was really great to see, and really surprising too to see that kind of music coming out of China, especially like a smaller part of China. So that was really awesome. And then that's Jinbo, who's been our TM as we've been over here. She's amazing. But yeah, if anyone else.
I mean, yeah, I think on this tour, back home, we're like pretty adamant about picking a lot of our openers and want to try to have diversity of people on stage, as well as diversity of music. Like we really kind of like to make bands all stand out by having like their kind of like own original sound as much as possible. In Asia, we've pretty much left it all up to the promoters, and I would say they knocked it out of the park because we've been a lot of bands that we hadn't heard of before we played with them, and we've just been like blown away by a lot of them. Yeah, definitely a lot of the bands you mentioned. Also in Japan, like Futurina was an amazing one that stood out. Pair of the West, even though they're also have been playing for like 20 years, like just new to them. And
TV Not January.
TV Not January, yeah. It's almost like too many to mention. Like just because I think, when we play in the States, we a little bit know more what to expect. Like, we know a lot of the bands we're playing with. So it's pretty refreshing to get like to experience some new bands that really like blow us away and kind of like inspire us when we're like, out here on the road for weeks and weeks at a time. And, it's pretty invigorating to hear some awesome music.
A lot of newer bands have kind of sourced Algernon as a one of their primary influences, I would say. How does that feel as a band that's been playing for a long time together, different projects, this project? How does it feel to kind of like be representing some of these newer bands that are coming in, looking at you as a source of inspiration? Well, maybe we should go to Bryce for this one, who is someone that we have influenced.
Yeah, get on over there.
They were Algernon's been one of my favorite bands for a long time, and like since I was a kid, since they first started almost. And I was very surprised when Peter asked me to play keys. I play keyboards in the States mostly when they need me, and they asked me to play guitar over here in Asia, which I was very stoked about. But yeah, I mean, I have like emails from like 2005, just like sending a link to their MySpace and being like, listen to this shit. like this is the shit. And me and a bunch of my friends were all obsessed with them. And yeah, we all had bands, and that's kind of how I met them too. I was like, I have a band, like we should play together. And they were super nice, and they were like, yeah, sure. Because at the time, I think I was 17 or 18, and they're all like 3-4 years older than me. But at the time, they seemed a lot older than me, and I was like, I don't know if I'm like these guys are awesome. I don't know if they're even gonna pay any attention to me. And then we started playing a bunch of shows and became friends. And 20 years later.
Well, it's great because you kind of cross the threshold from just being a fan into being like part of the band.
Yeah.
Which is a huge deal.
But I think it's important to note that Bryce had his own community in Connecticut, and he invited us into that community, which is a big thing that we champion all the time. Is like, we build these spaces, we invite our friends, and we make stuff together, and then eventually it's just a network that crosses over and over again. So it's just like, it's cool to see and to be able to link up like later on. He had his own punk house in, was it Amherst, Massachusetts? All of our bands would play there. Like I moved to Boston at one point, and my band played there, and I would see them there. We'd play shows together. So it's just like, it's just like, DIY punk is kind of everything. It's what we've been doing since we were kids. It's the best.
For the last one, what are some pieces of equipment that you guys will not travel without, like that you need to bring with you when you come on tour?
all the ones that we don't have now. I love PV bass heads. They're pretty big and heavy, so I got to figure out a way to just carry one with me though all the time. I actually bought one while I was in Japan. Yeah, don't tell anyone, but late 70s PV bass heads. I actually bought one while I was in Japan mid-tour, so I could use it for the rest of that run. But we can't really afford to fly with an extra thing. We've already got so much. We got a bunch of guitars and basses and
so
stuff.
So would you do? You shipped it to the?
I just left in Japan for next time. Coming back.
Wow.
I'm just gonna get one in every part of the world. Every continent's gonna have a PV.
At least you won't have to pay so much.
I travel with a decent amount of stuff. Cymbals are really important to me. I play 15-inch hats, 24-inch crash ride. Bass drum pedal needs to be specific because all the stuff is really like technical and kind of hard to play. And I just need a big, fat, chunky snare to kind of cut. Joe?
My G&L ASAC Classic is my go-to. And then I bring a bunch of like light drive pedals because you never know what the amp's going to be. So they all do something similar, but they all do it a little differently. So I just try to match which ones I'm going to use which night with the amp. So I brought more than I normally would have to have some versatility on that.
Something that I would not travel without on this tour would be a Boss TU2 tuner. And then I also, in this band specifically, I play Telecasters, so I have to have at least two. And there's a bunch of different tunings. I think there's 7 different tunings on this set list that we're playing.
And a capo.
And a capo, very important. So that's probably the most important gear for me.
You can just bar chord everything, All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to come and talk. Of course.